going to be talking about the ozone in the stratosphere and the ozone hole. We need to remember, hopefully you've got this down, that the stratosphere is above the troposphere, up about 33,000 feet, up above where airplanes fly, is the stratosphere. You're up there in an airplane because the air is so thin that there's less friction. It takes less fuel. If they tried going 100 feet above the ground, two things would happen. A lot more fuel would be used, and a lot of people would be upset. The stratosphere is where the ozone layer is, because that's high enough that when it gets rid of the UV radiation doesn't affect us. If it was the ozone was down here, some of it would hit us. And some of the pictures you'll see later, you don't want it. In the troposphere, we have weather down here. We have bad ozone because we have smoke. Questions? So, stratospheric versus tropospheric. Ozone is either good, which means it blocks the UV. The problem with it is it's getting a hole in it. This hole started developing in the late 70s, early 80s, and it's still there. And I'll talk about that in a second. But the ozone that is still there blocks the UV radiation. The troposphere is where the bad. That's the stuff when we go down the 2 freeway during the middle of August and September, your eyes start hurting. That's the ozone in there. Harmful effects of UV radiation are it causes melanoma. It suppresses your immune system. That's melanoma. You can tell it's melanoma for various reasons. One of them is it's got multiple colors in that mole. Most moles are one color. Second of all, it has shiny portions and portions that are not shiny. There are portions of it are elevated, some portions that are not elevated. Although those are indications that you want to go to the doctor to get it checked. I have found one on my wife. At church and other places I look around because I worked with people with melanoma for 2.5 years. And one of the bad things about melanoma is that it comes on when you've 20 to 30 years before we're out sunbathing. Every time you get a sunburn, you double your chances of melanoma. Why? Because the immune cells are afraid of it. In your body right now, I guarantee you, there are melanoma cells. However, your immune system are going around